Hello and welcome guys to another Average Shaman YouTube tutorial. Today it's going to be another quick one. We are going to, pardon me, we're going to just quickly discuss legendary prepping for 9.2 on an enhancement shaman. Which legendaries should you be prepping for and why? Now, this is going to be a really quick one because the answer is the ones you probably already have. Now, we're going to jump in to World of Warcraft. Bear in mind, I am Necrolord at this moment, and you're probably wondering why you're Necrolord. I was just doing a raid, and I use Necrolord as my pure single target DPS. Right, anyway. Right, so, the vast majority of enhancement shamans are going to have mainly two legendaries. One, the Doomwinds, and two, Witch Doctors, Wolfborns. Now, I did a video prior to this on do you know what, I can't even remember what it was called. Mine's gone blank. My mind has gone blank from the last video I did, and I basically talk about the Witch Doctors, Wolfborns, and how it's going to coincide with 9.2 and the build. Cannot remember the title of it, but I'll link it in the end if I remember. Right, so anyway, you've usually got two legendaries. One, Witch Doctors, Wolfborns, or Doomwinds. With the way 9.2 is going up, with our Lava Lash now spreading Flame Shock, you might want to also make Primal Lava actuators, which does, each time Flame Shock deals periodic damage, increases the damage of your next Lava Lash by 12% and reduces the cooldown of said Lava Lash by 0.5. This is going to be very, very powerful, I think, in Mythic Plus. It's going to be a bit of a niche build. But it's still going to be quite viable in the new Mythic Plus builds, because the new Mythic Plus talents are shaping up to be, you keep Sundering, you get rid of Elemental Assault, and you go Fire Nova. Now, that is going to do some stupid amounts of damage, I think. And then, you know, if you really wanted to, you could run Hot Hands with the Primal Actuators. But I would probably go maybe Lashing Flames, but probably not. I'd probably still go Hot Hands, just so I can hopefully get more Lava Lashes off, and then it's increased damage as it is. But the main thing and the main powers you want to have at max level are usually them two. Doomwinds and Witch Doctors, Wolfborns. Maybe Primal Lava Actuators, as I just said. If you've got nothing to do and you've got the spare Soul Ash and Soul Cinders, then I think go ahead, make a 235 version, so when the patch comes out you can maybe do some low level mythics, as they will be done, probably about 10s, 5s to 10s depending on your item level and what you do that first week. But it's going to be a bit of a niche build, I think. Now, you're probably wondering, but do I not make Legacy of the Frost Witch, Ancestral Reminder, Deep Rooted Elements and so on? For enhancement, no. I wouldn't say that Legacy of the Frost Witch is going to be really played, even though consuming 5 stacks of your Maelstrom weapon will reset the cooldown of your Storm Strike and cause your next Storm Strike to deal 30% increased damage. Does have some synergy with the 4 set bonus, because the more damage your wolves do, I think it's got a chance to reset your Storm Strikes as well, and that's the 4 set. So there is some synergy there, but I still think that is quite niche. Like I still think even in Mythic Plus you're going to be heavily running the Doomwinds or the Witch Doctors, Wolfborns. I'm not going to say I'd be surprised if this comes into effect, Legacy of the Frost Witch. The only thing I'm saying now is if you don't have it, I wouldn't really go out of your way to farm in Torghast, even though it'd probably only take you about a day, 4 hours with a good group to get what you need to get it. I just wouldn't. I would say max out your Doomwinds, max out your Witch Doctors, Wolfborns, and if you've got the time or the energy to do that, then I would say that is your next priority. So it goes like maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. You know, if you're bored, you've got nothing to do. It does have some synergy with the 4 set, like I said, but still, it's very niche for me. Like, I might use it as a mess about in, like, when I get geared enough in some 10s with some friends, and I'm not really taking it too seriously. I'm not really after the logs or whatever, or you know, you probably still time it and still do some pretty deep DPS. I'm not saying that your DPS will be garbage with this, but I do think it's going to be still overplayed. And your ancestral reminder is, nah, never even use that. Your deep-rooted elements. I mean, all the sites and all the videos say, yeah, it's good, but you've got to get the procs, and he probably does have a bit of synergy with the 4-set bonus with your wolves resetting your storm strike, because they reset your storm strikes. So technically, you've got more storm strikes to whip out, and the more storm strikes you've got, the more chances of you proccing Ascendance for 6 seconds. And it's them big procs, they're just the procs that come on when you're surrounded by ads that really amp that damage up. But I think them two, Legacy of the Frost Witch, Deep Root Elements, are just mess abouts. Primal Lava Actuators has some, I'd say it looks hopeful, but I still think it's going to be your niche builds. And then these two are your main ones. Just get them two, and then you're happy. You don't really need to bother with any Covenant abilities, because you're going to get them anyway. So if you've got them now, I would say you could wait until 9.2, then hand them into your to get like scrapped and get the Soul Cinders and that back. But unless you're using them, pardon me, unless you're using them, I'd just say scrap them now and then turn them into Primal Lava Actuators or something like that. There's just a lot of no point. This is a very short video. My throat, man. Very dry. This is a very short video. Pardon me. Very short video, but I mean that's that. I think enhancement shamans, especially with where pretty much a lot of enhancement shamans are, the vast majority is from my last video, which was about covenants. It was about covenants and which ones to level. Thank you, I remembered. Haha. Check it out on YouTube. But you know, basically, I still think the main thing we should be doing right now is leveling the covenants. Level all of them as a summary. Kyrian especially, I think he's going to be in Mythic Plus, but that's pretty much it. It's a very short one. You know, I'd love to have a bit of discussion in this in the comments. So if you think one legendary is going to be better than the other, hit us up in the comments. That'd be perfect. We'll have a bit of a chin wag, as it is, as the old English term is. But apart from that, I can only apologise for my throat. I'm going to have a glass of water or a cup of tea, I think. Probably the latter. But yeah, anyway. Thank you guys for watching. Short video. Hit me up on my Twitch. I stream fairly often, but I don't really have a set schedule at the minute. If not, like and subscribe, and as always, Average Shaman.